What's up, Aries friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I am so excited to have all the Aries gang with me here today. Welcome back to the subscribers, to the returning viewers. Welcome to the newbies. I hope you enjoy the messages I'm about to spin out here for you. So we are going to do general messages for the sign of Aries. These are general messages for a finance and career spread. We're going to try and do that today. Not everything I say is going to resonate with you out there because it is general messages, right? So please only take away messages for your best and highest good. If it doesn't seem to be fitting your story or your circumstance, don't force anything to try and fit, right? It might not be your message this week, and that's totally fine. I encourage you to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for additional messages. There'll be a link in the description box that shows you how to do that. And in that description box, you'll find everything else you need to know, the decks I'm using, my social media channels, etc. And sometimes it takes a while for messages to resonate, right? That's not uncommon. In a week from now, in a couple weeks from now, in a month from now, something might resonate that you heard in this video. And if that's the case, then that's fantastic. That means it was your message. It just took a little time to marinate, to resonate with you, all right? So let's hop in here for Aries. Perfect. What can we get for finances and career? There's no fixed date or timestamp for this video. Whenever you are seeing it is when you're meant to see it. So hopefully you can take away something for your best and highest good, as I said. All right, so for Aries, career spread, what do they need to know? Any cards for Aries, career? Oops, try shuffling it away here. For Aries, finances, career, money, what does Aries need to know? We actually haven't been getting a lot of pentacles in the spreads. There hasn't been a lot to do with money. It's been more about like career and like relationships, really. So it'll be interesting to see what Aries gets. All right, cool. So bottom of the deck, guys, the Knight of Fire. I like that. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Potentially you, Aries. This is a Sagittarian card. The Knight of Fire chases his passions, right? He goes after the excitement, the thrill, the thrill of the new experience. He goes because that's where the fire is. That's what his heart calls him to do. All right, so the U spread, or I'm sorry, the U card, the U section is the Seven of Earth. Oh, I love this card. It's the assessment card. It's wondering if the crops that you've planted, the seeds you've planted are going to grow. What's going to come to fruition? What is your hard work going to create? And sometimes it's a card of fear of worrying that the work you're doing won't pay off, that there won't be some reward. But sometimes it's also a card that says be patient. You know, things happen when they're supposed to. The flowers will bloom, but it's going to take seasons to change, right? They'll come in the summer or in the spring, right? So is my deck upside? My deck's upside down, so we'll take it upright. Wow, you got the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Shields in this deck. I don't know what I'm allowed to show on YouTube, so I hate that because these cards are so beautiful. I love this deck. This is the Celtic Tarot. I'll write it in the description below. But so you have two Pentacle cards, two relatively high Pentacle cards, Aries, so that's pretty badass. Okay, so with this card, finances are okay. You're doing good. You may be doing quite well, potentially, with Nine of Shields. It could be what you aspire to be. This is sometimes the single ladies card, the single gents card, and I say that because it talks about the idea of being a self-made man, a self-made woman. You are not reliant on other people's income to thrive. So I think you're doing well for yourself, Aries, or at least if we look at the how rich your life is, if it doesn't have to do with money, it's the idea that you've created a nice home, maybe you've raised nice children, you are able to go on vacation and enjoy it. You've created a rich life, but it doesn't necessarily mean money, money, money. It's like the values you have, the core of your values, your spirituality, whatever that means to you. But I do see this card as being quite abundant. But with this card, there's also the element of living in the comfort zone. There's the element of hardly stepping outside your own backyard. You know, you've done the hard work. And again, this is all a metaphor, right? I'm not saying you literally have never left your house. But there hasn't been a lot of great travel, of great risks necessarily to achieve what you have. And so there's a certain desire to go out and see the things, to do the things, the tangible things that you haven't done before. And I think that's maybe what this is. It's looking around and assessing your life, perhaps. And to be honest, like it's not that shabby. It looks pretty good, but if it is truly the single ladies card or the single man, maybe you're looking for a partner or for a mate. You're looking to combine bank accounts with someone, right? To achieve that 10 of Pentacles, that rich lifestyle. Yeah. It's funny, both cards in this, I'm not sure if I can show you the figures, but do you see how they have the same stance? They're both looking down, literally at the same corners of their cards. They're looking down, so I do sense that there's an element of sadness. I don't think it's regret, but it's analysis, or really it's assessment of, this is what I have here. Does what I have here make me happy? So maybe you're thinking about pursuing that career or that side hustle that you've always dreamed of doing, but you've never gone and actually done it. Maybe there's a sense of, wow, look at all I've accomplished, but I don't feel like I've accomplished that much. It's Pentacles, though, so there's tangible evidence of what you've accomplished. Again, like the bank account is good. You have a happy, healthy family. You know, your body, your health is in relatively good condition. But you're desiring something more, and there's something wrong with that, right? So in the exterior, if you will, what's going on at work, the day-to-day, is the Four of Swords. This is the card of rest. You're slacking on the job. No, I'm just kidding. So for some of you who are unemployed, this could be resting, waiting, recuperating, if anybody was going through a difficult time with their health. It's coming out of some difficult energy, though, so it comes after the Three of Swords, which is sometimes like the sadness card, the heartbreak, the sorrow. So again, if you are no longer at a job and maybe you were let go, you're doing some like recuperating, some soul searching, some meditating, some resting. This, I also interpret this as, if you know, if you are working a job, it's like you're getting your ducks in a row to figure out what is the next step. It's not slacking. I was joking when I said that. It's again, it's air energy, sword energy, so it's the mind. It's the mind gathering thoughts, ideas, analyzing situations, processing the information. It's a card of Aquarius for anyone who's interested. And so you have a card of Taurus here as well as Virgo. So let's clarify this Four of Swords. So it might be that when you're at work, you're strategizing, you're dreaming of this other life that you've always wanted to live. You may be dreaming of how you can ascend higher in the company, how you can make important career changes, career moves. But I do feel like something is holding you back. Like, I don't know, I think suffocating is too hard a word, but there's resistance of you trying to move forward. The Page of Wands. Yeah, I think you're looking for inspiration. That makes a lot of sense. That's actually exactly what these two cards feel like to me. Whatever it is they're searching for, they don't feel inspired. They're doing it, and again, there's tangible evidence that the work they're doing is good. It's yielding good crops, good results, but there's a lack of something. I will say it could be a partner. Again, this is a career spread, but for some of you, if it hits the mark, it's like you're waiting for that other person. Or that other person, that other job that sparks joy in your heart, that brings you creativity, that makes that fire, because I mean, this is Wands, right? This is your suit, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs. You're looking for that thing that sparks a fire in you, that brings you joy, that makes you feel like you're creative, that you're not just living, that you feel alive, right? It's there, it's in the distance. This wanted to come out. See, there's a volcano in the distance. Something is brewing. Something is brewing. So I think this rest you're taking is necessary, because it's like, yeah, you're gathering your ducks in a row. You're analyzing the data, the information of, it's more assessment. It's what is here is serving me and what is not. This could be boredom. This could be not wanting to wake up, get out of bed in the morning and go into work, because you just feel like, I'm just not there anymore. I don't feel inspired by these people. I don't feel inspired by this job. I am magic and I'm not utilizing my magic, my skills, my talent. She holds a wand, right? She's magical. You've got a dragon right there. You could hop on that dragon and go crazy places, right? I mean that metaphorically, in that you could take your skills and passions to other lands, right? To other jobs, to other opportunities, to other projects. I think you have a lot to offer, but again, there's like a restraint. I don't know if it's you who's holding yourself back, or maybe you've just reached a position in the company where you can't, it's like your job title might be holding you back. Wow. Okay. Ace of Cups. New beginnings. I love this. It's new beginnings that are emotionally fulfilling, that make you happy. It's investing in yourself. It's choosing to love yourself enough to go after the things that you truly want. And with this, I always think it's like a zombie hand. There's something about it comes up from the ground. It's like a hand, a corpse of the past, sort of like judgment. It's like something rises up from the past that you need to deal with in order to close out a cycle, to find harmony. But in this case, it's good. It's something coming up from the past. It's almost like a reminder of, hey, remember when we used to do this and we loved this? Remember when we used to paint pictures and we used to dream of becoming like landscape artists? Or do you know what I mean? There's I want to say it's rediscovering what you loved, rediscovering what inspires you, and giving your gifts out to the world, offering your cup of love. And metaphorically, it's the energy you feel when you do what you love, it transmits out into the world. And by not doing it, by not offering the world your gifts, not only is it a detriment to you, Aries, you're denying the world of all the enjoyment they could have, because you're sharing your gifts, because you're putting your love out there. Interesting. So lots of contemplation here. So the heart of your matter, the heart of your spread, we have the King of Water, the King of Cups. This is a Scorpio card for those who are interested. So this is the King of Love. And what's interesting to me is, again, this is my interpretation of the cards. He looks sad. He doesn't look like a happy king. He looks like he's fallen asleep on the throne. He looks like he's been at this job a very long time, right? He's the king. He didn't just happen to get there and now he's the king. He's been there a long time. Is it emotionally fulfilling anymore? This frog is a creature of the water, right? He needs to be in the water to breathe, to feel like he is in his element, to essentially bask in love. Waters can be very healing. It's emotion. It's like he's been sitting on this throne so long he got stuck. It's like he's melted into the throne and now he can't leave, but his natural element, water, he needs that to thrive. And where I'm going with that, Aries, is that I think you've been, again, 9 of Pentacles talks about a long time. 9, right? You're almost at the 10. I think you've been at this task, at this job, at this whatever, at least for a decent amount of time, but only recently have you discovered that your inspiration and your passion and your love is kind of lacking. And so maybe you're looking around and you're wondering, am I the only one feeling this way? But it more has to do with, again, choosing what you love, and leaving a job that isn't offering you emotional fulfillment. He's not holding out his cup, right? And even if he did, I'm not sure you would metaphorically exchange cups, drink from the glass, whatever you want to say. Drink the Kool-Aid, right? Maybe you're not cut out for this boring, whatever it is, fill in the blank, office job, this boring 9-to-5 job. Again, you're bored. Potentially, you're complacent, you're falling asleep, you don't want to get out of bed in the morning. It's like, yeah, and I don't know why you don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. You don't want to give up your individuality. You don't want to sacrifice the creative contributions that you could be offering because this job is comfortable. He looks comfortable, but it's like he's stuck there. You don't want to be stuck, Aries. Absolutely you don't. You're a fire sign, right? You have to go where the fire is. You have to go where your heart calls you. Fire is fleeting. It's beautiful, right? Literally. The orange flames, it draws our eye naturally. Fire signs are very charismatic, typically very attractive, right? People they focus in on you and you're literally a hot commodity, Aries, right? But it doesn't last. And that's, it doesn't matter whether, what I'm trying to say is that is both good and bad, right? It's no fixed quality, right? But it doesn't last. You can't last at a job that is lacking passion Fire literally needs fuel. It needs wood. It needs gasoline or something to make it go again, right? And what I'm getting here is that there's nothing fueling your fire. There's nothing stoking your fire to keep it going. That's what's at the heart of your spread. Again, you're bored or you're tired or you're lacking enthusiasm. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to up and quit your job, right? But you need to seek out new outlets. This is only going to land for some of you, but it's almost like you're screaming, but no one can hear you. Because maybe, I think that's how you're feeling on the inside. I see this little fish and he's got his mouth open like he's gasping for air, like, I can't do this much longer. But he's just this tiny fish in an ocean of other creatures and animals. It's like, for some of you, it's like you're just a number. There's not a lot of room for individuality and creativity and free spirits, I think, in this current workplace. I think that's what you want. You want to be noticed. You want to feel like your contributions are unique and special to you. You don't want to feel like just a number. You don't want to feel like just a fish in a school of fishes, or fish, or whatever. Justice. Balancing out the scales. So this is clarifying the King of Water. Yeah, it's going after what you love, because right now there isn't harmony and balance the way he's holding the scales. It's not equal. There's an imbalance of, you're doing the work, you're showing up, you're getting the paycheck, but there's no happiness in it. It's lacking a sense of fulfillment for you. This is your sort of truth, right, Aries? He holds it up and it's straight to the sky. It's true. It's illuminated. It's channeling messages from spirit, from the universe, from above. It's standing in your truth. It's knowing what you want. It's giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why that just came through, but it's like choosing to balance the scales in your favor and know that it's like redistributing the water, the cups, the emotions, right? If we're filling these cups that are the scale, overfilling your side, it's actually what's needed right now. You need to love yourself enough to go after what you really want. I want this new zombie cup to rise up and be like, Aries, we've come for you. Now is the time. Here is your creativity. Here is your passion. Take it and run with it. Take it and run with it. That was your overall card, right? The Sagittarian Knight of Fire card. Seeking new experiences. That makes a lot of sense. And under it is this, the card of hardship, of imbalance, the fives, feeling like you're in a cold, chilly environment. That's not going to work for you, Aries. You're fire. You got to warm that shit up, right? This is leveling out the scales in your favor. Doing what is your ultimate truth. How can you be the King of Cups and rule over the kingdom of your own happiness? I know that's cheesy sounding, but it's true. It's absolutely true. So what is your guidance? The Two of Fire. Choosing a path. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know how much more I can say, right? Are you gonna stick with this job that potentially makes you feel numb or bored, tired, complacent? And it's not bad. I have to emphasize that. The reason why you've probably stayed there or haven't left is because the benefits are good. You know, you have good friends. You know, it's 9 to 5 and then you're free at the end of the day. You have weekends off or whatever works for you, right? I'm not saying that is true for everyone, but there are perks to this job that are tolerable. I'm not saying they're great. I think they're average, and maybe you're wearing rose-tinted glasses to disguise the fact that you're not happy there, which is not an Aries thing to do. So yet focus on this sort of truth. What is your truth, Aries? What do you really desire in this career, in this job? In your future endeavors, do you want to travel? Wands can talk about travel. Wands are passion, their growth, their upward growth. They're what excites us, again, what lights a fire in your heart, what is calling you to do what it is that you were put on this planet to do. And there's a safety here, right? It's like you have one wand in the ground and one that could potentially move you forward, almost like a walking stick. Do you choose to stay here, or do you maybe take a little bit of a scary risk, a little bit of a jump, and experiment, see what this new wand, this new travel, this new career could bring? Again, it could be a new job within the same workplace, but it does speak about new experiences, new excitements. You got to switch something up here, Aries. You know how we were saying it's like you're this fish stuck in a school of fish, and it's like you're one in a million, or that's not what I mean. You're one number of 1,000. Like you're not unique individually here, because maybe it's a very large corporate company. This tiger is holding a turtle, like she's setting it free, like she saved it from the side of the road, like let me nurture you. And you know, she's probably going to drop it off in the ocean, right? Because that's its natural habitat. And yeah, it's like this fish needs to be saved or something, and I'm getting that. And granted, I know you're not a water sign, but so much of what this spread has to do with is choosing what you love. You had the King of Love and basically the Ace of Love, cups, emotions, right? It's choosing what you love, and it's like you need to go back to your natural habitat. It's like in Happy Gilmore when he's talking to the golf ball. It's like, you got to go back to your home, ball. This is your home. Why don't you want to go there? It's like, you're a turtle. What are you doing on the side of the street? Go to the bog. Go to the ocean. Go somewhere. You got to go home, ball. That's what I'm saying to you, Aries. You got to go where the fire is. You got to go somewhere that is exciting and fun, that you feel inspired by. Knight of Swords. Fast. The fastest knight in the deck. He goes off of his thought, off of his logic, and he believes it to be true. Whether it is or not, his reactions are based solely in his own mind. He doesn't always take other people's considerations into mind. He can be very headstrong, as can you, Aries. So I actually am quite encouraged that this is the card that came out for you. This is a Gemini card, by the way. It's air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's something about, because this is a card of Gemini, the 2, and we are in Gemini season. Happy Gemini season. There's something about these 2 wands. It's like you need to progress forward beyond the 1 that is sticking in the ground. And just with Gemini, it's like 2. It's 2 within 1. It's twins. I don't know why. It's like it's breaking beyond. I'm going to pull one more for you. I was getting like a download on there, but it didn't really land for me, so I'm not sure what that means. It's 2 within 1. Is it trying to find a happy medium between what you desire and what you need, like maybe financially? Is it a merging of the 2? Is that 2 within 1 that progresses you forward? The guidance, though, just to be clear, is choose a path fast. Don't sit in this resting period for longer than you need to, especially if you know what excites you, if you know what your creative inspirations and passions are. Let's pull one more card for Aries. The Chariot. Again, forward movement. Okay, so balancing the dark and the light energies, metaphorically, the dark and the light dragons or horses, whatever, they need to work in unison together for the charioteer to get to the destination for that ultimate victory, right? And it talks about internal balance, so that our inner dark and light, which everybody has, we're human, need to be in balance as well, so that when we are in any sort of situation in the exterior, our inner balance isn't disturbed by things coming at us, right? It's sort of self-restraint, but it's self-balance, and it's a card of forward movement, of victory, of chasing after things. Oh my gosh, okay, this is the card of Cancer. And why is it the card of Cancer? Because the Chariot takes you home. That's what I'm going to call your video. You got to go home, ball. You got to go home, Aries. You got to go back to your natural habitat. The way turtle goes to water or this or that. You have to go in a place that sparks your fire, that makes you feel alive. That's exactly what this is. All right, Aries. It's encouraging. It's up to you, right? You have different paths that you can take, and you have to do whatever your heart tells you to do. Whatever is going to fill your heart with love. I hope that was helpful, Aries. Please do like, share, subscribe right down here somewhere. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want. Otherwise, I will see you next week for more tarot spreads for our June monthly readings. Oh my God, it's almost June. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.